from that moment when Burleigh was called to serve and walked with the rector down the aisle, he served at St. George's for 50 years as the soloist here. And on the 45th anniversary of his time in the choir, the parish had a celebration. And what I'm about to read to you is an address that was given by Reverend Elmore McKee, who was the rector here at the time, in honor of Harry T. Burleigh, at a service they had May 21st, 1938. And I'm only going to read an excerpt from the sermon, but as you read the sermon, you realize how poignant and relevant that sermon was even for today. And the issue with humans is that we like to think we're on a spiral upwards, but that is never the case. We tend to be just caught in a rut that we can't seem to get out of. And what the spiritual reminds us is that there is a great God who has broken into that rut to come and not only be with us in our suffering, but to suffer for us and to ultimately provide the hope of a resurrection and a rescue from it. But I'd like to read an excerpt from Elmore McKee's sermon in honor of Harry T. Burleigh at a service of New Year's Spirituals, May 21st, 1939, here at St. George's Church. These points are relatively clear about the music to which we have just listened, and which has made us feel so keenly the pathos and deep meaning of human existence. First, the colored race has enshrined the culture of mankind by the gift of spiritual. We rejoice that St. George's Choir has been a pioneer in bringing this music into the heart of the church's worship. The music of the spiritual and the deep faith behind it form a primary bond of unity between human brothers separated by secondary external factors. This great unifying power of the arts must be explored to the full. When in the national capital recently the use of public auditoriums was denied on quite inadequate technical grounds to a great artist, the majority of the people of our free land rose up. I believe to proclaim from their very hearts, such things shall not be. The open-air tribute before the beautiful Lincoln Memorial was our answer to Marian Anderson. So let us all pray our way together, and we sing our way together into a greater realization of the brotherhood of man, for we all from every race and nation belong to one God. Secondly, this great art grows out of suffering used creatively. A race enslaved first, and when so-called freedom came, denied equality of opportunity in franchise, employment, education, and many other means of full living. This people has used its suffering not as a stimulus to complaint or rebellion or escape, but as an urge toward creation. People react to suffering in different ways. As a Hebrew writer put it, there are three ways in which a man expresses his deep sorrow. The man on the lowest level cries. The man on the second level is silent. But this man on the highest level knows how to turn his sorrow into song. To translate suffering into song under the compulsion of simple, childlike faith, such as that expressed in Deep River. This is the gift of the colored people to the human race searching for light in its darkness. Thirdly, our presence here today must represent more than a pleasant escape into aesthetic enjoyment. God speaks into this music and says, "What will you do? Shout it." Human relationships have their current tensions. Anti-Semitism is one of these. What message comes to us 20th century Christians from Jewish patriarchs, prophets, and psalmists of the Old Testament, from the very spiritual soil out of which Christianity sprang? What message comes from Peter, James, John, Paul, Jews who became apostles? What message came from our Jewish Lord and Master himself? I wonder if it is not something akin to the refrain in Go Down Moses. Let my people go. This would be Jesus' message also, where our colored brothers are denied full opportunity because the white man still fails to grant it. Let my people go. What do you and I do to lighten the load of the underprivileged or the persecuted in these current areas of tension? Do we seek scientifically, without undue emotion, yet with the full force of religious idealism, to minimize the things that divide and to magnify the things that unite? Such action must be the conclusion of our song. Is it?